Sunlight is one of the most powerful medicines freely given to us, yet the one we often fear the most. For years, we've been taught to hide from it, to cover ourselves completely, to avoid the rays that were actually made for our healing. But sunlight, when received in balance, is not our enemy, it's a part of our design. The human body was created to live in harmony with light. Every time the sun touches your skin, something extraordinary happens deep within. Your body begins to make vitamin D, a nutrient that isn't really a vitamin at that, but a hormone that influences hundreds of processes in your body. What helps your bones stay strong, your muscles relaxed, and your immune system sharp and alert. When the sun rays touch your skin, ultraviolet B light reacts with the cholesterol just beneath the surface and forms vitamin D there. This begins a transformation that continues in your liver and kidneys until the vitamin becomes active and ready to serve your cells. It helps your body absorb calcium and magnesium, builds stronger bones, and supports your nervous system. But beyond the physical, sunlight affects your mood and your sense of well being. Have you noted how your heart feels lighter and your thoughts clearer after even a short walk out? That nudge in your mind, the same light that produces vitamin D loss, signals your brain to make serotonin, the chemical that brings calm, focus, and happiness. Without sunlight, our bodies begin to drift out of rhythm. You might start to feel tired even after resting, or notice that your sleep becomes shallow and restless. You may feel a dull heaviness, see if something inside you has dimmed. Those are the body quiet whispers saying, I need more light. And for many people, especially those who spend long hours indoors, these whispers turn into louder calls, aches in the bones, low immunity, emotional fatigue, or even depression. The body was never meant to live in darkness. It was meant to rise and rest with the light, to feel that warmth, and to create life within. I often say that the sun is the great awakener. It wakes up the cells, it wakes up the mind, and even wakes up hope. In just a few minutes each day can begin to restore balance. The best time is in the early morning or late afternoon, when the rays are gentle and kind. Stand by a window with the glass open, walk in your garden, or let the sunlight touch your arms and face. Your body will know what to do with it. Older adults especially need this connection because as we age, our skin loses some of its ability to make vitamin D. That why sunlight becomes even more precious. The warmth you feel on your skin is more than heat, it's communication. It tells your body that it's time to grow, repair, and live. Sunlight resets your biological clock, helping you sleep deeply at night and wake refreshed in the morning. It gives rhythm to your hormones and peace to your thoughts. You'll find that with regular sunlight, your mood steadies, your energy lifts, and your body begins to work in harmony again. The sun doesn't just give light to the earth, it gives light to you. For years, we've been told to stay out of the sun, to cover our skin, to protect ourselves from what was actually meant to keep us alive. The truth is, the sun is not something to fear, it's something to respect and understand. Like anything in nature, it can heal when used wisely and harm when used carelessly. Balance is the key. The human body was created to live in partnership with the sun. When you learn to receive it gently and regularly, you begin to feel the difference in every part of your being. Your mood lifts, your sleep deepens, and your body feels stronger. But when you hide from it completely, you lose that natural rhythm that the body depends on for balance and vitality. The right kind of sunlight is the kind that nourishes without burning. The best time is when the rays are soft early in the morning or later in the afternoon. That when the light is healing, not harsh. 10 to 20 minutes of this kind of light on your face, arms, or legs is enough to begin the process of vitamin D production. You don't have to lie in the sun or force it that touch you while you walk, garden, or breathe the morning air. This is the body remembers what it was designed to do. It's not about chasing the sun, it's living in rhythm with it. The sunlight you read during the day all determines how well you rest at night. Your eyes, when exposed to natural light, send signals to your brain to regulate hormones. That morning sunlight tells your brain to produce serotonin for energy and focus. And when evening comes, that same sit converts it into melatonin for deep sleep. Without sunlight, this beautiful rhythm falls apart. People who spend on their time indoors often find themselves restless, anxious, and unable to sleep well. The body doesn't know when day ends and night begins. Just a few minutes of sunlight each morning can fix that. It's one of the simplest ways to heal your sleep and your mood naturally. Older adults often need this balance the most. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D, which means we must be even more intentional about gentle sun exposure. Many health problems that people associate with aging, weak bones, low energy, mood swings, are some just signs of sunlight deficiency. The body becomes sluggish without that daily reminder from the sun. When you begin stepping outside again, even for short periods, the change can be profound. Energy returns, the appetite improves, and the heaviness in the mind begins to lift. Balance also means knowing when to protect yourself. When the sun is too harsh, usually around midday, it's best to seek shade or wear light clothing. You don't need to burn to benefit. The skin may gradually adapt to the light it receives, becoming stronger and more tolerant over time. The goal is harmony, not extremes. The sun is a friend when you meet it wisely. It strengthens you, bright tight your mind, and brings rhythm to your days. The more you find balance with it, the more you'll feel that gentle spark of life returning, reminding you that nature design has always included you in its healing glen. Food carries the same light that nourishes your body through the sun. When you eat food that has grown under open skies, ripened in sunlight, and absorbed the minerals of the earth, you are literally eating light. That's what Dr. Barbara O'Neill means when she says nature has already given us what we need. Vitamin D is found in foods that have felt the touch of the sun, fatty fish that swim near the surface, eggs from fish head that roam in daylight, and mushrooms that have soaked in the warmth of morning rays. These are not dot foods, they are vessels of sunlight energy transformed into nourishment your body can use. The closer your food is to nature, the stronger and cleaner that energy will be when it enters your cells. The way we eat tea often disconnects us from that light. Processed foods, refined oils, and chemical additives have no life force left in them. They fill the stomach but starve the body. When you replace them with living whole foods, those that still look and taste like they did in nature, you begin to restore that balance. You feel more awake, more grounded, more alive. For vitamin D, this means including foods like wild salmon, sardines, tuna, and egg yolks in your meals. Mushrooms, when placed in sunlight even for a few hours, naturally increase their vitamin D content. These foods help your body maintain what sunlight begins. They support your immune system, your bones, and your energy levels, especially during times when you can't be outside as much. Dr. Barbara often explains that food works together with light, not separately from it. The nutrients in natural food are partners, not competitors. Vitamin D works with magnesium, vitamin K2, calcium, and healthy fats. When you eat a balanced meal, your body receives everything it needs to absorb and need vitamin D correctly. For example, magnesium-rich foods like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens help activate vitamin D so it can do its job. Vitamin K2, found in grass-fed butter or fermented foods like sauerkraut, helps direct calcium to your bones where it belongs. Healthy fats, olive oil, avocados, seeds, help your body absorb these fat-soluble vitamins. This is nature-perfect teamwork. You don't need to separate nutrients or measure them with fear. Just eat simple, whole, unprocessed food and your body will handle the rest. There's a deep wisdom in eating close to the earth. When you hold a fresh orange, a handful of almonds, or a piece of freshly cooked fish, you're holding something alive. It carries enzymes, minerals, and energy that interact beautifully with your cells. This connection between food and light doesn't just nourish your body, it calms your mind. You begin to feel gratitude with every meal, aware that what you eat once lived in harmony with the same sunlight that now warms your skin. For older adults, this connection is vital. As the body ages, nutrient absorption becomes slower and appetite may change, but real food remains the most powerful medicine. When meals are full of color, freshness, and life, digestion improves, energy returns, and the body begins to repair. You don't need fancy diets or expensive supplements, just simple food grown in real sunlight. Every bite is a way of feeding your inner light, keeping you strong, balanced, and in tune with nature rhythm. Vitamin D doesn't work alone. It's part of a delicate network that keeps your body strong and steady. Dr. Bella Canfall, radical and Gawin, this is South Africa. Tony Barbara O'Neill often reminds people that the body never depends on a full nutrient. Everything functions in partnership. When one part is missing, the whole system begins to wobble. Vitamin D is a perfect example. It helps your body absorb calcium, but without magnesium to activate it, vitamin D remains unused. And without vitamin K2 to guide that calcium into your bones, it can settle in the wrong places like your arteries or joints, causing stiffness instead of strength. Nature has built balance into every process, and the more we align with it, the more smoothly our bodies work. Think of your body as orchestra. Vitamin D might be the conductor, but the music depends on every instrument. Magnesium, calcium, potassium, and the B vitamins all play their part. When one plays too loud or too soft, harmony turns into noise. For instance, taking large doses of vitamin D supplements without enough magnesium can lead to symptoms like muscle cramps, fatigue, or even anxiety. The body begins to feel off, not because vitamin D is bad, but because it's working without its team. Magnesium helps relax muscles, steady the heartbeat, and keep nerves calm. It's the mineral of peace that allows vitamin D to move through the system gracefully. Vitamin K2 acts as the guide, directing calcium to the bones and teeth where it belongs. Without it, calcium can build up in arteries or tissues. That's why whole natural foods are the safest way to receive your nutrients. They come already balanced by nature. A piece of wild-caught fish carries vitamin D with healthy fats that help absorb it. A handful of seeds provides magnesium. Fermented foods bring K2, and when you eat this way, your body doesn't have to guess or struggle. It recognizes these combinations for perfect harmony. Dr. Barbara teaches that the danger isn't usually in deficiency alone, but in imbalance. Many people take isolated supplements, hoping for quick results, yet forget that nutrients depend on each other. The body works best when nourished gently and consistently, not flooded with one element while starving another. Sunlight, real food, rest, and water, these are the true foundations of health. When those are in place, supplements become helpers, not replacements. Balance also applies to how we live. Stress, poor sleep, and lack of movement all deplete magnesium and interfere with how vitamin D functions. That's why healing is not about nutrients, it's about lifestyle. When you move your body, breathe deeply, and end time outdoors, you create a rhythm that supports balance at every level. The heart beats smoothly, digestion works better, and your body knows when to rest and when to wait. Balance is not about perfection, it's about flow. Vitamin D real power shows when the whole set is in sync. It strengthens bones, stabilizes hormones, calms the mind, and keeps the immune system alert. But that happens only when it works hand in hand with its partners. Nature never isolates, it always connects. The body follows the same law. When nutrients move together in balance, healing doesn't feel forced, it feels natural, steady, and whole. Movement is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to help the body, but actually what nature finds. Dr. Barbara O'Neill often says that the body was made to move, and when we stop moving, everything inside us begins to slow down too. Our blood carries nutrients, oxygen, and hormones to every cell, and it's through movement that this delivery system stays alive. When you walk, stretch, or breathe deeply, your blood flows more freely, your heart pumps stronger, and your muscles receive the nutrients they need, including vitamin D. Even gentle activity helps transport this vital nutrient from the skin, where it's made by sunlight, to the tissues where it does its healing work. Many people think exercise has to be intense to be effective, but Barbara reminds us that consistency, not intensity, that keeps the body strong. A short walk in the morning sun, a few stretches for bed, or light gardening in the afternoon can all bring remarkable benefits. These small movements keep your joints lubricated, your muscles toned, and your energy steady. They also help strengthen bones by encouraging the body to read calcium and vitamin D more efficiently. These small movements keep your joints lubricated, your muscles toned, and your energy steady. They also help strengthen bones by encouraging the body to calcium and vitamin D more efficiently. When you move, your bones respond by becoming denser and stronger, protecting you from frailty. You age. The human skeleton was never meant for stillness. It thrives on gentle pressure and motion. Exercise doesn't just build physical strength, it also calms the mind. When you move, your brain releases endorphins, those natural chemicals that lift mood and reduce redox. Combined with sunlight, this effect becomes even more powerful. A simple daily walk outdoors not only helps you absorb vitamin D, but also balances your hormones and resets your internal clock. You begin to sleep better, think more clearly, and feel more grounded. It's nature's way of telling your body you are alive, keep moving. For older adults, light exercise becomes a form of self-care. Many aches and stiffness that people associate with age often come from inactivity, not from aging itself. Gentle stretching, deep breathing, and regular walking keep your joints flexible and your circulation active. It's never too late to start, and your body always responds to movement, no matter how small. The key is to listen to your limits, move slowly, and enjoy the process. When movement is done with joy, instead of pressure, it becomes healing rather than tiring. Barbara often shares that even your internal organs depend on movement. The lungs expand more fully when you take deep breaths. The digestive system works better when you walk after meals, and your lymphatic system, your body natural detox network, relies entirely on motion to function. Without movement, waste builds up, energy slows, and fatigue sets in. Movement is how the body cleans itself, distributes nutrients, and maintains balance. Exercise also connects you to your surroundings. When you walk outdoors, feel the wind, hear the birds, and sense the rhythm of nature, your mind relaxes and your body syncs with the world around you. That connection is a form of healing. It brings oxygen, sunlight, and peace all at once. Movement isn't punishment or a chore, it's a celebration of being alive. Every stretch, every step, every breath reminds your body that it still knows how to renew itself. Movement turns vitamin D into action, food into energy, and time into vitality. It is the bridge between sunlight and strength, between body and spirit, between stillness and life itself. When the sunlight touches your skin, it doesn't feed your body, it feeds your mind too. There's something deeply healing about natural light, something that goes beyond science and numbers. You can feel it. Have you noticed how a bright morning can lift your mood before you even have your breakfast? That's no coincidence. Sunlight helps your brain release serotonin, a natural chemical that brings calm, confidence, and clarity. It's like the body way of smiling back at the sun. When you spend too much time indoors or under artificial light, your brain begins to forget that rhythm. The days feel heavier, sleep becomes restless, and thoughts start to lose their lightness. But soon as you step aside and let real sunlight reach your eyes and skin, your whole system remembers. The heart feels lighter, the mind steadier, and life itself feels a little softer. Many people say they feel tired, unmotivated, or anxious, especially during the darker months of the year. What often missing is not rest, but light. Sunlight is one of the most natural mood stabilizers we have. It helps balance the hormones that affect your emotions and energy. It tells your body when to wake up, when to move, when to rest. Without it, that balance starts to slip away. Just 10 or 15 minutes a day can begin to restore it. You don't need to do anything special. Sit by a sunny window with the glass open, walk out after breakfast, or take your tea into the garden. Let your body receive the light in peace. Older adults especially need this reminder because as the years pass, we tend to spend more time indoors. Maybe we avoid the sun out of habit or fear, or we simply forget how much we need it. But sunlight doesn't just strengthen bones and muscles, it keeps the spirit young. When you spend time outside, moving gently in fresh air, you feel more connected to life. The aches soften, the mind clears, and even loneliness begins to fade. The warmth of sunlight on your skin tells your nervous system, just so clear it quiets the overthinking and brings you back to the present. That's something no pill can do. There's a peace that comes when you live in rhythm with light. You start to notice that your mornings feel easier when you've had sunlight the day before. You sleep deeper, your energy doesn't fade quickly. It's not a miracle. It's nature doing what it was designed to do. Light exposure tells your body to produce melatonin later in the evening, the hormone that helps you sleep soundly. So by feeding yourself light in the morning, you're actually feeding yourself rest at night. That how balance works. For anyone who feels anxious, tense, or weighed down by thoughts, sunlight can be a gentle medicine. It doesn't demand effort or cost money. It simply asks that you step out and let the world hold you for a moment. The body and mind heal when you stop fighting their natural needs. Sunlight is one of those needs. When you combine it with gratitude, calm breathing, and awareness, you'll notice something change inside you. The noise quiets, the breath slows, the day begins to feel kind again. Let the sunlight be your daily reminder that you are part of something greater. The same light that makes the flowers open, the trees grow stronger, is the same light that strengthens you. Moves through your skin, through your blood, through your thoughts. And when you start giving your body this gift every day, you'll realize that peace was never gone. It was just waiting for you to step back into the light. Healing is not a complicated process. It's a phone to what is simple and true. The body already knows how to repair itself, how to find balance, how to grow stronger. It needs the right environment, and that environment begins with the way you live each day, the sunlight you allow on your skin, the food you eat, the thoughts you think, the way you breathe. These small choices build your health piece by piece. Many people search for healing in expensive treatments or quick fixes, but the greatest medicine has always been in nature and in the habits we repeat with love. When you eat real food, when you move your body, when you step out and breathe deeply, you are giving your body permission to do what it was designed to do. Life becomes lighter when you stop fighting your body and start listening to it. The body speaks in gentle ways, a heaviness when you need rest, a craving for fresh food when you're low on nutrients, a tightness in the chest when you're holding on to stress. When you slow down and pay attention, you'll realize your body has been guiding you all along. Healing starts the moment you stop forcing and begin trusting. A few minutes in the morning sun, a nourishing meal, or a quiet walk, and a good night's sleep do more for your well-being than most people's meals. Consistency in these small things builds strength that lasts. For older adults, this simplicity becomes even more important. The body may move slower, but its wisdom deep pass. Each sunrise, each meal, each deep breath becomes a chance to nourish, to release, to restore. Healing doesn't stop with age, it only changes form. You don't need to chase youth, you just need to support the body you have now. When you feed it light, clean food, gentle movement, and gratitude, it responds with energy and peace. The stiffness eases, the sleep improves, and the mind grows quieter. The body loves rhythm, and the best rhythm comes from nature itself, day and night, work and rest, sunlight and shade. Mindset is part of that rhythm too. The thoughts you think are powerful of the food you eat. When you fill your mind with fear, worry, and anger, your body tight head and resists healing. But when you practice gratitude, when you focus on calm and kindness, the whole sit relaxes, your heart beats easier, your breathing slows, and your immune system strengthens. Healing requires peace inside as much as care on the out. That's why Dr. Barbara always says that a calm spirit heals faster than a restless one. The more you trust your body intelligence, the less you need to control every detail. The truth is, your body and nature were never separate. The same light that feeds the plants feeds you. The same rhythm that moves the seasons moves your heartbeat. Healing is about remembering that connection. You don't need to add more. You need to return to what's already there. When you eat food that cuts from the earth, move in the sunlight, breathe with awareness, and rest with gratitude, you'll notice that healing begins to happen quietly, naturally. The body knows the way, you just need to give it the space to find it again. In the personligt taken illness, abstracted metatu of alles nastas complexity. In the Shirent and possibly have been in default doesn't mother. The seeker possessing right program, dan act. Hearing the silent link to nibbles.
If frontal tips can continue to share the same.
The truth is, your body and nature were never separate. The same light that feeds the plants feeds you. The same rhythm that moves the seasons moves your heartbeat. Healing is about remembering that connection. You don't need to add more, you need to return to what's already there. When you eat food that cut from the earth, move in the sunlight, breathe with awareness, and rest with gratitude, you'll notice that healing begins to happen quietly, naturally. The body knows the way, you just need to give it the space to find it again. And if we indeed it, the truth is your body and nature were never separate. The same light that feeds the plants feeds you. The same rhythm that moves the seasons moves your heartbeat. Healing is about remembering that connection. You don't need to add more. You need to return to what's already there. When you eat food that cut from the earth, move in the sunlight, breathe with awareness, and rest with gratitude, you'll notice that healing begins to happen quietly, naturally. The body knows the way, you just need to give it the space to find it again.